All right, let's talk about hard numbers every week. Signal highlights some global hard numbers defining our world. Let's start with 410,000.
So,
I like this one.
In the space of 3 days, $410,000 worth of merchandise bearing the face and visage and persona of French President Emmanuel Macron was sold online in France. They opened up basically a presidential swag gift shop and made $410,000 in 3 days. It has not helped his approval rating, which is still like 22%. I mean, the guy's approval ratings have gone off a cliff this summer, but business is good.
Who's
So are
buying
people
this?
just buying like pictures of him to turn them into like dartboards or something?
Yeah,
Obviously,
Good
they don't like
question.
him.
There's a story to look into.
Right,
Really
exactly.
funny.
Okay, 150.
150. So since 2010, 150 new embassies have been opened by various countries in sub-Saharan Africa. And interestingly, the three countries that have opened the most new embassies are Turkey, with 16, I believe, Qatar with 11, and Japan with 8. The United States still has the most overall, close to 48, I think, close to 50 embassies in sub-Saharan Africa. But other countries are increasing their diplomatic representation in Africa. Both,
why?
Well, largely because of commercial interests in the continent. And it's interesting, if you look at the countries where the new embassies have opened, there's no clear pattern. They're in East Africa, West Africa, and Southern Africa as well. So,
and it's also primarily because the United States, over the course of the last 15 years or so, has been, although there are some strategic interests and partnerships in Africa, they've been slowly ceding the continent to the Chinese, and now others are taking advantage.
Yeah, when I saw this 150, I thought I was going to read China.
Yeah.
But I guess
they're already there.
Yeah, exactly.
China's the old news. The new news is the Middle East and now Japan. That's really interesting.
Yeah, the Gulf in particular, the Gulf states are particularly interested in the Horn of Africa and East Africa. In fact, we talked a lot about the Ethiopia-Eritrea peace process. A lot of that had Gulf involvement as well. So it's an interesting story. But as you say, a lot of this is the U.S. backing away from its traditional role there. The U.S. role in Africa has been reduced largely to a counterterrorism, anti-terrorism role, for better or for worse. But it's really reduced to that, whereas a lot of other countries are looking at the region more in terms of commercial ties.
That's interesting. Okay, geez, there's other good numbers here, but we got to wrap it up. Alex Kliment, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, you can check out all of these stories and check out the hard numbers that we missed too by subscribing to the Signal newsletter. Sign up for it at GZEROmedia.com.